Okay. Today, as you guys can see from the title, we are heading off to the Royal Highland Show.
Oh, we actually can't believe it. This is like a lifelong childhood dream of ours.
It is, since we went in high school on a school trip.
I know. We actually couldn't sleep last night texting each other being like, do you realise it's tomorrow? Like, we're actually going to the Royal Highland Show tomorrow. Like,
I'm so scared but excited at the same time.
I know.
Who would have thought? Just said, we are heading off to the Royal Highland today in Ingliston near Edinburgh,
which is about almost a 2-hour drive for us.
Yeah, with the
an
trip.
hour and a half or so. So we were actually up at 4 a.m. this morning.
Time to put makeup on, obviously, because it's a big day of our lives today. A childhood bucket list getting ticked off. But yeah.
So yeah, we were up at 4 and we are planning to head off the yard in about half an hour, which will be 6:15. So very early start for us. But I woke up so easily this morning because I was just like, right, time to go.
I woke up like 5 times through the night and I was like checking my phone. Like, I know I've only got like 4 hours sleep for the whole night. But
excited.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So basically, we didn't really think we were going to be doing that Royal Highland this year, but usually you have to qualify for it. So because of COVID and stuff, it's entries this year. Same with Blair Athol, so we'll be doing that as well. Well, I will be. So it's basically a new thing that they're doing called arena eventing, but it's not really arena eventing, is it? It's more like showcross. It's like half show jumps, half working hunter fences.
Yeah, so we hadn't actually like heard of that before in Royal Highland Show terms, and they posted it one night and we sent it to each other being like, oh, like, this looks interesting. But Claire'd only had Jade for a couple of weeks and I wasn't expecting to go to the Royal Highland with Blondie, so we're both kind of like, oh, like, should we do this or not? And then we just spur of the moment kind of entered, both of us, and then they sold out like entries by
I'm
that
so glad
evening,
we did.
Like
It's because they're doing it basically like 80, 90, a metre 10, I think that's it, for the heights. So like the lower classics, everyone's like, oh, I want to do this sort of thing, like try my hand at the Royal Highland. So the 80 and the 90 classes sold out so quickly, so we're very lucky that we did it, and all our friends are doing it as well, so it's going to be a big fun girls' day out today.
We will arrive at about 8 o'clock, which is exactly course walk time. And yeah, we're really nervous because we don't know what to expect for the working hunter fences, what fillers there will be. Like,
I know, I'm scared of water trays, like really scared of them. Like just because Jade's a baby and she's just like, we've been practicing, but like every time she does like new day, she looks at it, she's like, oh, what is that? So
yeah, and then we were watching the working hunter ponies from yesterday, and a lot of the fillers were quite scary, and there was like sheep and sheepdogs next to the jumps
like
and everything.
Proper farmyard going on.
I mean, we're not doing proper working hunter, but we're like, what will they throw in there? Because it's the Royal Highland, they can literally do anything.
It's a pretty big thing. Like yesterday it was the Hoys qualifier, so hopefully I'm thinking they will have made that like a lot scarier than it should be for us. Yeah, I hope so anyway.
Be sad otherwise.
But also the thing that we're worried about is forgetting the course, because it's like 20 jumps long and half obviously show jumping, half working hunter, so like it's just like a lot to remember.
It should be a big course, and it's in a big grass field. If you did watch the working hunter ponies, it's the same field, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it kind of looks uneven ground as well.
Yeah,
I think there's like little hills and so that's a bit different for us. We're usually on surface, and we usually feel safe in like indoors or like really nice like planned out schools.
I know, I am scared, won't lie. Last night I took so many CAMS tablets, sat and had a cup of tea before bed, and was like trying to relax, watching like satisfyingly calm TikToks to try and calm myself down, but I don't know if it's worked. I'm scared. So that's the trailer hitched up and ready to go, and we have an audience. What's up, guys? There's Casper with his mask on. Oh no, it's hanging off. What's wrong, babe? Honestly, this is the new cool look from Casper.
We're waiting across the bridge with the horses. This is like the longest drive we've done with them, and yeah, we're so excited, but it's so close now. We're about 20 minutes away.
I actually feel sick. So we have arrived in the car park. We went on a wee wander. We're trying to see
this is so strange.
The course, but we don't know where we are. Yeah.
Like what to do.
We've not been here for years.
Just like parked in the middle of an airport as well.
Yeah, we're literally right at the airport, so hopefully no planes are going off when we're riding. Whee!
Right, here's the show jumping area. Won't lie, me and Claire aren't having a good time. We're so nervous. Like, oh, the ground's it's a little bit wet and it's a little bit hilly. It's
Really hilly.
a bit intense. There's a lot of trees, there's a lot going on. We'll show you some of the spookier jumps. We won't walk through the whole course of show jumps or anything, but yeah, there's a lot going on. So if you've been watching any of the Royal Highland Show, then you will have seen this iconic jump, the Royal Highland Show jump with the little cows and the rosettes. Ooh. So yeah, a little bit spooky, but should be okay. So this jump's unusual. It's very boxed in. Yeah, this wall's pretty chunky, and Claire was speaking to somebody and I think that there was a couple of problems in the working hunter with it. However, we have had quite a lot of practice with stuff like that at home, so I think that should be okay-ish. Claire's crying. Number 16 is Claire's nemesis, the water trays. Ooh. We finished walking the course. I think we walked that for about 45, almost 45 minutes there.
For ages, yeah.
So if we forget the course, we're actually bad people,
yeah.
And it's shocking. But you know what? It's 18 jumps. It's literally a cross-country jump.
Yeah, so and they're all like twisted and stuff, so it's difficult. Yeah.
So,
let's hope we don't forget. Okay. So we decided to run to see Emma doing her course, eh?
Yeah.
Well, walk fast. We started running and we stopped.
We're always at places like this earlier than like anyone else, I swear to God. But we're always
rushing around.
By the time it gets to like us needing to be changed and get on and everything.
Yep.
So
and like we've got our yellow scrunchies in for Tiggy. Hey,
yeah,
thought that would be good.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Just show some support for her and her family.
So we wanted to see a rider or a couple on the course before doing it as well, just to see how it's riding and turns and stuff, because it is so hilly and some of the turns are extremely tight. So yeah, it'd be really good to see.
So somebody's robbed the caravan.
No, our friend said just said that there was delays, and she said there's something wrong with the caravan, and I was like, oh, somebody's robbed the caravan. But anyway, yeah, it's so difficult to see the whole course because it's that
so
hilly. Like, what the heck is this? There's 18 jumps in here, like way over there and way over there. us just starting to vlog now after our competition because it's been so intense and it's been so busy. And
I've never ridden somewhere like this in my life, like not even nearly like to this level of like atmosphere and like intensity and course technicality. Like it's just
so much going on.
Shannon's just completed it.
The course is huge, 18 jumps, hills everywhere. Like we said before, that it's so technical and
the ground is so undulating that like it doesn't look like it from the stream, like how intensely hilly it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the jumps are all on like really difficult like cambers of the ground. And hills and downhills, and like it's so technical and so much to ask of them, and
the grass as well is slippy. Like it's just starting to dry now, but this morning it was so slippy, like not good at all. And most horses were slipping, and actually the both of us, before we got on, both of our horses ended up having like slightly loose shoes, and we were like, oh no, like with the grass, the ground, and like clippy shoes, like not good. So everything was like kind of against us. But yeah, I couldn't be happier because I have a fear of like wet grass and hills and all sorts. So I was really nervous. I think everyone was going into this so nervous. Everyone was speaking about the course. I was hearing everyone saying like I wouldn't have entered if I knew it was going to be like this. Yeah.
Like, I heard so many people saying that, and I was like,
I think it would be a totally different story if it was on surface. Totally different. But yeah, for us doing our first Highland with this intensity is just crazy. So yeah, I was warming up and she was fine. A little bit like hyper, but that's kind of like the usual Blondie anyway. Sorry, we're kind of like half watching rounds at the same time. But no, she warmed up fine and she was popping the jumps no problem. Came into the arena, started walking about, didn't even hear the buzzer go, so that was my first issue, and I was like,
did you not?
Did you not?
I was like, do I just go?
I was like a couple of minutes and I was like, hi, like, can I start? And the photographer was like, yes, start. And I was like, oh, okay, like, sorry. So started and cantered. The first jump is actually downhill, so I cantered round. No, I started to trot and then I popped her into canter a few strides beforehand, which I usually do, and she kind of just like locks on, but I'll need to watch the video again, but I'm pretty sure she slipped and kind of like skidded the last stride, came too close to it and just bashed like all the poles down. It was a spread, and like I think all 4 poles that were part of the spread just came flying down, and I was like,
I don't think the whole thing fell down.
I think all the poles caved down.
Did they?
It was quite a big crash, and I was straight away like, oh no, like she didn't even have boots on. I didn't expect it to be this intense, and I was like, oh my god, like this is not a good start.
Boots on as well.
But as soon as we landed kind of like halfway through that jump, also on the other side, she just became herself and went flying around the rest of them. I was getting, because it's so twisty and turny for the first half anyway as well, the show jumping, I was getting such bad angles, and I was having to like pull her up and then turn and then trot and then canter like one stride to the jump and everything, but she was managing no problem. And then straight onto the cross country phase, which is the working hunter jumps, and she was flying around them no problem. Everything that we were scared about, like all the like spooky fillers and everything, like no problem at all. She didn't look at the water trees, the chickens, the ducks, the sheepdog, the sheep. It was just insane. So good. And to think that I had like a fear of doing like working hunter here, or like I definitely don't now, because she was amazing. Especially like the working hunter the past few days hasn't even looked as scary as this. Like 18 jumps.
This
18
is
jumps.
so intense.
So yeah, we went clear after the very first jump, and I couldn't be happier. She was so good.
She was so good.
And yeah, I didn't expect any. I expected her to be so much worse than she was. Well, me as well. Like I just expected to be all over the place, to forget the course and everything, but so good.
So yeah, my warm-up was a bit intense. Like me and Joanna travelled together, so we tacked up together, came to the warm-up together, but I wasn't on till like 15 minutes after you.
Yeah.
So so I just had to like wait outside the arena, like on the grass, just kind of walking and stuff, but Jade was just so tense, like way more tense than I've ever felt. I just felt like a bomb waiting to go off, like so many horses around.
Yeah, Claire said as well she was doing like little mini
like,
rears and everything, which isn't like her.
And I was like, oh my god, like not rears, but like up on her front legs were up, and I was like, oh, like this is just scary. So went into the jumping warm-up arena and just had a little trot and a little canter and like popped a couple of fences, but like nothing really, because I was just absolutely like hooping myself. I was so nervous, so nervous. She was so nervous. So they called my name and I was like, oh God's sake, like I have to go in now. I was honestly not breathing or anything.
Scariest thing ever.
Oh, it was horrendous. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, this isn't enjoyable. Do you know what I mean? But went up to the first fence, presented myself, and very poorly. Like, I just like sat there, tenses up as anything, like basically trotted into it, and we just kind of came to a standstill. Like, Jade was just like, I'm not, like, what do you want me to do here? And I was like, because it's like, they're not small, they're up to height 80s.
Yeah.
So you can't just jump it from a standstill. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I was like, you know what, get a grip. So I circled around, represented, and then she just flew around the whole course. Didn't she?
Yeah, so we basically both had like the same situation.
The most beautiful clear rounds after jump one.
So strange. We were both so happy. Like we can't believe it.
Oh my God. Water trays, my actual like fear that was like instilled into me and kept me up for the last like 3 nights. There's like a big open one and another one with like plants coming out of it. And she just flew them. And I was just kind of in brace position a lot of the time, like for a lot of them. Yeah, like a lot of the jumps were, especially the first few, were quite messy because I was just like sitting there and like just letting her figure it out. I didn't want to like push her too much, and I also didn't want
that was the same as me as well. I think like with the first jump going wrong, like we both just kind of were like, like, oh, let's just like turn these turns and get over these jumps,
just like steer them and just like sit there hoping for the best.
Yeah, basically hoping that we both get through the show jumping stage and get to say that we rode at the Highland.
Yeah, I am. My head was saying if I go and get round the show jumping, I'm going to retire after the show jumping, because I was like, at least I've done that, I've left her on a good high note and like a good experience for her, not pushed her, because the working hunter fences are like intensely scary, like really intense. Anyway,
and then I think like once you get over like the first working hunter, you're like, that wasn't so bad. The second one, you're like, oh, that was a spooky one, that was good. And then the third one, and you keep going and you're like, wow, like just keeps getting better and better.
Definitely. So a lot of people today have been getting eliminated. I'm not sure on the scoreboards yet or where we can see them, but I'd say like probably like a majority of people are getting eliminated.
I think we done really well in our class. Like we actually did.
I can't believe
whether we get placed or not, I doubt we will, because there will be clear rounds, of course.
But very little. Like everyone that was before me and stuff, it was like I just kept hearing the tannoy, that's an unfortunate elimination, that's an unfortunate elimination.
And then I was speaking to every competitor that I spoke to was saying that they were nervous, like these are bigger than they expected, the hills were like freaking them out.
Like,
and then
hills.
Once I finished, I had to go wait in another sort of warm-up arena on Clare, and people were coming in and I was like, oh, like how did you get on? They were like, oh, we made it to jump 3 at least, like we're quite happy with that. Or we made it to jump 8, and I was like, oh, like I'm so happy, like we completed it. We actually completed a course with 4 faults each, before, like nothing.
We were saying before, like when we were walking the course, like if we make it over the last jump, and there's 18 jumps, we're going to actually be like, what on earth has happened? Do you know what I mean? Like how we made it, like actually completed this course.
Amazing.
We literally only got 4 falls at the first jump.
4 falls.
And it was really like nothing
so
a big deal.
Ignoring the first jump, we went clear.
We
went clear. So we're back on course, even though we're not riding again.
No.
Thank God. But we just wanted to have a look at the 100 jumps because our friend is away to jump it in about 45 minutes.
Jesus.
And fair to say, we will never do this in our lives.
Oh my God, look how high this is. Oh, hello head.
Well done to everyone who wants to do this.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not great, is it?
It's not great. We also just found out that if I hadn't had the stop at the first one, I would have won the whole class. I can't believe that. We literally got the exact optimum time, so it was 78 seconds.
Yeah, none of us knew what the optimum time was.
No, I didn't know what it was, but I went through the finish in exactly 78 seconds, so I would have won the whole thing if if I hadn't had a refusal at the first one, which was completely my fault because I literally just seized up and was so scared. But Kira. But yeah, buzzing. We've just come back to see the ponies and they're like asleep and eating all the hay.
Their faces are in the shade.
Look at Jade, she's actually like, go away, leave me alone.
Oh,
but first, get me hay.
Oh, she's roasting.
Oh.
She's downing like all of it. There won't be enough left for Jade.
Jade's like, I have changed my mind, I want some now. Oh, bless. Oh my God. Okay, give Jade some.
I know, I'll need to wait for her to finish. I'll ask if there's more water somewhere. Look, loads of people have water.
So we are watching the ponies jumping like absolutely massive jumps now and putting our horses to shame. Look at that. Look at this red jump. That is honestly...
Must be like 1.20 meters. Like...
It's so big. Is she way to do it? I'm scared. Oh no, she's way to do the triple.
Crazy peaks.
Oh my goodness. She's clear as well. Like, how is that even possible? Please someone tell me how this is possible. I'm so impressed right now. Oh my god. So cool. So the day has turned out to be, like, it doesn't really look it behind me, but so warm and sunny.
It's so hot.
It was meant to be cold this morning. Well, all day. It said this morning it was going to be cold and a bit rainy and drizzly.
Yeah.
And it is like...
I've had to take off my boots and I have odd socks on. So, I mean, fashion
Goodness,
isn't working out
it's
here,
so
but-
nice. Joanna's wanting to go and watch the Welsh Seas showing, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'd just love to see what it's all
Yeah,
about because it's something that I'd want to do in the future, but I have no idea where to start with showing or
So good to
what
watch
it's
and,
like.
and get a little bit of a taster.
Yeah, because we've watched years before, but like never focused on it or anything. Just been like, oh, pretty ponies.
Yes.
So-
And Blondie's old owner is here with her current horse, so it'll be nice to see.
Yeah,
to
and
see
it'll
her.
be nice to meet her.
Yeah. So we're watching the Welsh D showing because this is the one before the Welsh Seas.
Yeah, I think they're just finishing up and getting places organised. I can see that they've got the rosettes and stuff ready.
Oh goodness, I'm waiting to sneeze.
These horses are beautiful though. Oh, my goodness.
The turnout of them is unreal, eh?
Yeah,
Like the
stunning.
socks are like blindingly white. It's
I know.
amazing.
I hope one day I can.
Wish
do
I had that
to
commitment,
Blondie.
eh?
I know.
One day. We love it. How fun is this? I want to do it. So Joanna's getting tips on the Welsh Sea showing.
Yeah, my tip is that I shouldn't do this because everyone's better than me.
Yeah. Our favourite is this one over here. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. They're all so stunning. Obsessed.
So cute.
This one's our favourite. We're obsessed. It's like
What
a
a
blondie mixed
stunning
with a jade.
colour.
Eh?
Most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Guys, look at what I've just managed to pick up, right? Ferrero Rocher ice cream with a big cookies underneath it, like cookie dough, and it is roasting hot. See the bottom of that? Boiling. This has honestly made my day. I've not seen such a good dessert at one of these events in a long time. I mean, I've not been to one of these events in a long time, but oh ho ho, 10 out of 10.
So is it a Moody Mare Diaries vlog if it doesn't include some sweet treats? Sticky toffee pudding, an ice cream and toffee sauce. Joanna's Ferrero Rocher. How friggin' good are these?
I've already spoke about mine and it has made my day and I feel really good about this. So.
Chloe, what did you get?
A Biscoff one.
Don't tip it up like that. Grab it. I'll take it.
No, I won't. It's literally not falling out.
Having the best day.
ice cream van, best ice cream van you've ever been.
Shout out to you, the Kapoki man. What?
Claire's absolutely just butchered that.
As you can
Kapoki
tell,
man.
I'm not Italian.
Who knew that would be his name?
So it's just me and Joanna left. Everyone else has went home, but we are literally making the most out of this day. We're watching everybody. We're having a great time. We've got our desserts and the clouds have kind of come out, but we're away to watch some show jumping. We're having the ball. How good is this?
So good.
Having the best day.
40.74 still the leading time. Fergal had out in top spots. Sophie Wicks is next to go then with Corrado the second.
We're watching the Jade look-alike now.
I really hope we don't get like copyrighted for videoing other people jumping. Sorry, YouTube.
Jump here, it's like mental.
Oh, Claire's smiling, but I have a sad face on because we're on our way home
Yeah,
now.
I'm sad too.
well, there we go, better late than never, but we had the best day ever, and we were proper milking it, just staying for so long, making the most out of the day, getting food, chilling, watching all the horses perform, got a few little clips of them as well, and it was just amazing, wasn't it, Claire?
Yes, but I am absolutely shattered. Like, we've been up since 4 a.m. and it's been a crazy day, and it's now 4:45. Oh my god, we've been up for like 12 hours.
Yeah, I just feel a little like sick and tired. I just want to go home. But
like jet lagged or something. It's a bit weird.
We're about an hour away from home now, and we'll get organised, get the ponies off. Blondie's well-deserved dinner. Yeah, Blondie's been really thirsty as well, so big drink of water, food, and out into the fields for some grass and chill time, definitely. But honestly, we've been saying for the whole day, like, this is the best day ever.
Yeah, like how have we competed at the Royal Highland? I can't understand.
It's so nice having like events like the Royal Highland Show back on and Blair coming up soon. It's just like the dream. Like,
it's just
of course riding at them is the dream as well, but like just going. And
it's just last year was just so like rubbish with the equestrian calendar, just so much fun things that you usually look forward to weren't on, and it it's just to break up the year a bit, like going to Blair and going to Royal Highland.
We have so much to look forward to, and we just love days like these. Like we don't even need to be riding, like just the full horsey day out, watching other people, supporting people, seeing all the beautiful ponies showing, seeing all the mad show jumpers, like everything.
But also to say that we've ridden at the Royal Highland and actually completed that course, which was really tricky.
Yeah, it was just a dream come true.
Unreal for us. Like, we're just my mind's blown. Like, I don't think I'll ever believe that I was there today.
Crazy. So after like the longest day and best day of our lives, we are home sweet home.
I wonder if Belle has been shouting on Jade this whole time. I don't doubt that she has. So that is
actually like zombies.
Back home, my eyes were like half closed. I look drunk or something. Oh, the horses want out, but
they're so fed up.
Yes, we've had the absolute best day, and it's been really fun sharing it with you guys as well. Because normally, if we'd like do something like this, like, we wouldn't be able to even watch it back in the future. So it's so nice to like have the memories.
And if anyone is ever considering doing arena eventing at the Royal Highland, then they should watch and see how we got on.
Yes, we really enjoyed ourselves today.
So
the
amazing.
Best day.
Loved it.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and like and subscribe for more.
Thank you.
Bye.